Your brain lied to you today. Not once, not twice, at least 15 times. And you had no idea. Chris knows every single one. This is his list. This is Chris. Chris walked into a room, stood there. No idea why. The moment he crossed that door, the brain filed the last thought away. He has a name for that. The doorway effect. Happens to everyone, including Chris. This is Chris. This isn't just a crowd. Chris sees something nobody else does. That stranger has a whole life, fears, memories, someone they miss. Every single one of them, a whole universe. 8 billion of them, all at once. There's a name for that feeling. Sonder. If Chris feels it, everyone feels it. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Chris heard something 3 times. His brain decided it was true. This isn't gullibility. He never checked, never questioned, just believed. The information was wrong. It was just familiar. Familiar feels true, even when it isn't. Repetition doesn't make something real. It just makes it feel real. There's a name for that. Illusory truth effect. If Chris falls for it, everyone falls for it. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Chris built a table. It wobbles. One leg is shorter than the others. This isn't pride. He thinks it's the best table in the world because he built it. A professional made the exact same table. Chris thinks his is better. Effort doesn't add value. It just feels like it does. There's a name for that. IKEA effect. If Chris does it, everyone does it. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Chris got the job. First thought, they made a mistake. He checked his qualifications. They were fine. His brain disagreed. Every single day he waited to be found out. Nobody noticed. Nobody cared. Everyone else seemed to know exactly what they were doing. Chris did not. Plot twist. They were all doing the same thing. There's a name for that. Impostor Syndrome. Chris still doesn't believe he deserves this channel. Classic. Happens to everyone, Chris included. This is Chris. Chris tried to sleep. His brain had other plans. Specifically, that one thing he didn't finish. He tried to ignore it. It followed him. The finished tasks, gone. The one unfinished one, stuck on repeat. His brain refuses to file away what isn't done. But there's a name for it. The Zeigarnik Effect. Chris finished this video, though. Brain is quiet now. Happens to everyone, including Chris. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. He learned the word Sonder today, forgot about it immediately. Then saw it on a billboard. Weird. Then TV. Then his phone. Then a stranger's shirt. Chris was losing it. The word was always there. His brain just never cared. Until now. There's a name for that, and it's the most ridiculous name in psychology. The Baader-Meinhof Phenomenon. Chris didn't name it. He just lives with it. Now you'll see that name everywhere. You're welcome. This is Chris. Chris had a problem. He couldn't solve it. He started explaining it out loud to no one. Halfway through, he solved it himself. The other person didn't say a word. Explaining forces the brain to find its own answer. There's a name for that. Rubber duck effect. If Chris does it, everyone does it. This is Chris. Morning, Chris said no to cake. Went to the gym, replied to every email. By evening, he ordered junk food, skipped his workout, ignored everyone. Same person, same day, completely different decisions. His brain didn't change, it just ran out of fuel. Every decision, big or small, drains the same tank. By night, that tank is empty, and the brain just stops trying. There's a name for that. Ego depletion. If Chris runs out, everyone runs out. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Chris saw a jacket, 200 pounds, too expensive. Put it back. This isn't a good deal. Same jacket. Now 200 pounds crossed out, 79 pounds beside it. Chris bought it immediately. The price never changed, just the number next to it. His brain used 200 pounds as the reference point for everything after. There's a name for that. Anchoring effect. If Chris falls for it, everyone falls for it. Follow, he has more to show. This is Chris. Chris opened Netflix, spent 40 minutes choosing, watched nothing. This isn't overthinking. His brain had too many options, so it picked the easiest one. Nothing. More choices don't help, they freeze the brain completely. The more options Chris sees, the less likely he is to pick any of them. There's a name for that. Analysis paralysis. If Chris freezes, everyone freezes. Follow? He has more to show. This is Chris. Driver ahead is slow. Chris has already decided he's an idiot. This isn't road rage. That driver has a sick kid in the back seat. Chris didn't think of that. We judge others for who they are, never for what happened to them. There's a name for that. Fundamental attribution error. If Chris does it, everyone does it. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Chris walked into the interview convinced he'd fail. This isn't bad luck. He walked in head down, voice quiet. Already given up. His belief didn't predict the outcome. It created it. The brain performs exactly how it expects to perform. There's a name for that. Self-fulfilling prophecy. If Chris does it, everyone does it. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Chris won 100 pounds, felt good, then lost 100 pounds, felt destroyed. This isn't weakness. The win and the loss were identical. His brain didn't treat them that way. The brain is wired to fear loss more than it chases gain. Losing feels twice as painful as winning feels good. There's a name for that. Loss aversion. If Chris feels it, everyone feels it. Follow. He has more to show. This is Chris. Everyone is buying a specific pair of trainers. Chris buys them too. This isn't taste. He didn't even like them. He just didn't want to be left out. The brain assumes if everyone is doing it, it must be right. Popularity isn't proof. It just feels like it. There's a name for that. Bandwagon Effect. If Chris follows, everyone follows. Follow. He has more to show. 15 tricks. One brain, Chris included. If you recognized even one of these, your brain is completely normal. It's just human. Follow ChrisExplains. He has more to show.